like any other work for that's you get red. You're like, oh, cool.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Lette. I'm here with Dexrayr. We're here, we're sitting, we're taking it in. He's a brand new artist out of Mississauga, and
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are here to find out what he has going on. So, introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? My name is Dexrayr. I never even know how to talk about myself. I don't talk about myself often.
Yeah.
I'm from Mississauga. I was born in Toronto. Can't remember where, but I grew up in Mississauga.
Yeah.
I've been rapping since I was about 14. So and this is almost about 11 years now. A large chunk of that has been in like just developing and figuring out how we want to progress and move with the music.
How would you say you became active? Like, you know how like everyone has like a part, I guess, that they consider themselves active when they start putting out material?
Mm-hmm. So when did I consider myself active?
Yeah.
Around the time when I started putting stuff out around when I was like 17, 18.
Okay.
There's a video called Fakest Year Ever that's out right now. That's been out for quite some time.
Yeah.
My boy Keenan Lette shot that. Shout outs to him. And that pretty much started the process of just putting things out. After that, I was in a hip hop group with some of my closest, dearest, nearest friends, High Spades.
Yeah.
And so that was a 4-man group.
Yeah.
It consisted of myself, my friend Patrick, my boy Justin, Track 5, what up? My boy Eric. And we did that for a little bit. We performed at Nuit Blanche. We did some dope things. We performed with, I think the first show we had was because of Just John. Mm-hmm. We opened, we did some shows with Just John. Or he did a showcase. And I'm always grateful for that. That was fire. And so after that, we put out a couple songs. I think there's about 2 or 3 that are out, music video wise. Mm-hmm. And around that time, I think I couldn't have been more than 19. I think around that time we were recording, and we needed a new recording space.
Yeah.
And so we ended up meeting my engineer that I've had ever since then. His name's Tiger. Because his cousin lived on my block. He lived down the street from me. At this point I'm living in Milton, and his cousin lived down the street from me. And me and him linked up. We did a record together. This is before when he was called D Money Chaser.
Okay.
So I like that record a lot. So me and him ended up doing a record at that studio I met my engineer at.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just hit it off, me and Tiger. And then he actually asked us after us coming to record there multiple times, say, hey, look, I'm doing a development program. I think you guys are dope. I want to help further your careers. Mm-hmm. And so we started with that. Fast forward, the group disbanded just because we all ended up doing a bunch of different stuff. Track 5's doing his own thing. That's Justin's thing. Mm-hmm. My boy's doing his own thing.
So they're still out today?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're all doing their own thing. We all keep in contact. I was literally talking to Pat like this morning about him borrowing a microphone from me.
Yeah. Do you get the opportunity to work with other engineers?
Oh, 1,000%.
Like everybody always loves their engineer because that's what builds the sound.
The vocals really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And it takes time. Like you could go to another city, you could go use another engineer, and an engineer obviously helps create your sound. And sometimes it's like you step outside the box, your sound changes. You know.
I do use other engineers. I was at Sandbox recently, maybe like a month or 2 ago. And Eyes is a dope engineer that was there. Mm-hmm. So shout out to that man. I really like what he does with vocals. Yeah. He likes effects a lot. I'll say that. The man likes effects a lot. Yeah. So at one point I'm like, yo fam, you gotta take the auto-tune off the vocals. It's not one of those records. But he's a dope engineer, what he does.
He's in the now.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely in the now. He likes to see records come to life, so I really appreciate that. But I find that
But that tells a lot about you as an artist though. You know what I mean? Just because like the engineer obviously helps assist with your sound, but you're kind of letting him know like when it's too much.
100%. I think that comes from that development I had for so long, because I was developing for probably about 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I think that really helped me hone my skills and made me feel confident in being me, if that makes sense. Like it made me really understand where I fit with music. Yeah. And it made me comfortable with staying with where I fit and not necessarily being confined to that space, but knowing when I do go out of pocket, where I can comfortably sit back in. So that I will forever be grateful to that man. He knows that. He my nigga. I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to just engineers, I think engineers are very underrated in terms of how important they are to
yes.
not only artists in the craft and how they create their music, but they're also very important in regards to honing that artist's sound and helping the development process.
I agree.
Because I think when an engineer is really, really doing what they're supposed to be doing, they end up being a really good producer. And I mean producer in the traditional sense where they're creating that record with that artist.
Yeah.
Trying to make that artist perform to the best of their ability. And I think that we have there's too many rappers out there, too many R&B singers, too many everything else, not enough engineers, not enough producers. And I think there should be a very big focus on that. I would love to see a focus on that in like the
I
next
kind
10
of
years.
find now like is the time when that's what an artist wants to put in their back pocket. A lot of the artists, I realize they're going to school now and they're taking, they're becoming engineers. 100%. Yeah.
100%. It's as everything becomes more accessible.
Yeah.
Equipment, knowledge, everybody has the ability to become a jack of all trades.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's perfect. I know a little bit about engineering myself. I know a little bit about producing myself because I wanted to make sure when I'm in that room with those people, I know at least what's going on. Yes. I know how to contribute to the conversation, right?
Yes.
But I think that there is something special in being a master of what you're doing. I think that you can definitely have skill sets in a multitude of media and creative outlets.
Yeah.
But I think you need to focus and hone your skills into one particular thing.
Yeah.
I think when you focus on multiple things at once, I think it hinders. It may potentially hinder you. Some people are freaks and are able to do everything.
Yeah,
Be able to be fired everything. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
But I always salute those people who are able to do that. There's a lot of artists and talent in the city who can do that. My homie Brandon Leslie. I'm shouting a lot of people out. Yeah, Brandon Leslie got a record out right now. Shout out that guy. That shit was fire. Ray Hammond was on there. Oh yo, they fire. They know that. Shout out those guys. Ray Hammond, Brandon Leslie. It's a Matter of Time is out now. Check that out. Because I don't have no projects out right now. But I think that honing on your skills is really important. I also think that having a multitude of skill sets to rely on is important as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in regards to the songs that you do have out, tell me a little bit about them. I know there's Wicked.
Yeah. And there's okay, so we'll start with Wicked. I literally wrote that outside of my workplace during my break.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, yo, there's this beat I like. It wasn't even like, yo,
okay,
man.
That's what I was gonna say.
It wasn't even like one of those.
There?
It's not even like it was like, yo, my workplace cheese me. I love that workplace actually. I recently left just because I don't have time, but I love that place.
Yeah.
And they know I love them, so shout out to those guys. But no, I was in my car and I'm like, yo, I like this record, and I just ended up writing to it, and it was just something that came out. I think, I was just writing, and I was writing from the perspective of, it was a number of things. I have, like, a scatterbrain sometimes with songs, especially if I write them on the spot, so they ended up being, there's a general theme, but there ends up being a lot of things, underlying layers behind it. So the first verse, I'm talking really about my grandfather, and we didn't really have the closest of relationships. I made a joke, and me and my mom used to make a joke, like, I don't even think he remembers your name.
Yeah.
Just as like, how Jamaicans stay, I mean, I'm bear picnic, like, but I'm not gonna get too much into that, but he was cool when I did get to meet him a brief amount of times.
Yeah.
And he passed away, I believe, I want to say 3 years ago. It could be 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed away around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And so I believe I wrote that record with that in mind. I don't know what reminded me of Valentine's Day, but I was just writing from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really just a record about hurt. And it was a record about dealing with that hurt from a hurt place. And it really made me reflect. So every time I even listen to the record, I can remember where I was mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I was writing that. And not to mention, even like everything about it was coming from some sort of place of either desperation or just fatigue. Like even the hook where I was like, I was on a late night grind, no rest, no sleep. Like I think I wrote that because during that week I had 3 jobs, and I touched on that before. Like I had multiple jobs, but I had 3 jobs at that time. So my day would be like work 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then my other job starts 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then I go home, sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then my other job is 10 to 8.
No
So
way.
so it was like literally I was living that. Like I couldn't really compute to a lot of things when I was talking to friends. Like I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, you're so tired you can't really.
When
you're
chasing the bag, it
just
tends to do that.
tired. Yeah, you know, but make sure your health is your mental health is more important than that bag, guys. Way more important. So. That's really what that record is. It's really just me talking from that place of hurt and then lashing out because of it, feeling frustrated because, you know, you're trying hard to make money, do the things you want to do, still pay all your bills, and not rely on anybody, and it just gets hard. Adult life is hard.
It's a rat race.
Yeah, that's really where it came from.
Yeah.
And I honestly, we put it out just to test to see how it would do. I didn't think it would do decent. I thought it just put it out. I use it as an experiment to see how the streaming service works, how that era works, how people will receive it, and it was really well received, more well received than I thought it would be.
Out of all the records that you have recorded at this point, do you have like a favorite? Do you have some like this one record like at this point mean the most to you?
I treat records like real estate.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I believe that each record is a piece of yourself that other people get to view and visit. It's a snapshot of a frame of mind or a state that you were in when you were creating that piece. And so with that being said, there are a couple favorite records I have because I feel like real estate, and I think it's like something you can leverage as like it's an asset. Yeah. But it's also a snapshot and a window into how you were thinking and how you were at that moment in time. So with that being said, there are moments and times that I really, really enjoy. And so those records are a reflection of that. And then there were moments of times that I hated, but the records really reflected those moments well. Yeah. And so I like them because of that. So I think every record I like to some degree. There are definitely some more than others. I think about 5 records I have right now I love. Yeah. I just love just because of the energy that I had at the time or what they meant to me. Yeah. How long it took me to write some of them, how fast some of them came out. So I guess to answer that question, yes. 100%. I have a lot of records. I think I have about 200 records now. Yeah. They're just sitting on a hard drive. And out of those 200, I think like 5 I really love. The rest I'm like, you're cool for what you were. You know? Yeah. So
where do you want to take it from here? Like, I know that you have a lot of music you're sitting on, and obviously you're collaborating and you're doing the most. Yeah, you're running man right now.
There's a lot of I want to do everything. I want the world, but like
but you're like a creative guy. Like you have so much things going on outside the box other than just hip hop, and you want to be hands on. Yeah, you just don't want to be a rapper.
Yeah, no, I'm. Well, first and foremost, I 100% am a rapper. I don't like when artists say that, oh, I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist. Yeah. Because we know what that is. That's not really you saying that you're so creative that being in one box can't hold you. That's you saying that you don't want to be pigeonholed because you're labeled as a rapper. Let me be the first to say I am a rapper. I write music. I write for other people. But first and foremost, I am a rapper, point blank, period. With that being said, yeah, I 100% love to be hands-on. I love to be involved with the process. I love to just sit in a room and see people work and create. I do other things outside of music. I help with content creation. I help with people doing their layouts for their Instagram pages or social media, period. So, yeah, 100% I do a lot. But I think what's next for me, I think ahead. Like, I like to plan a couple months into the future. So I have records that we're planning to release. I have about 12 this year that we're putting out. And I have...
Are you going to what are you classifying it as, a mixtape?
No, because I have 12 records that I want to release as singles.
Okay.
So it's gonna come out probably on a quarterly basis. You can probably get a couple of them.
But that's
per
the
quarter.
best way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, I'm dropping an EP, I'm dropping an album.
Nobody
Drop
cares.
singles.
Nobody cares. Yeah, for me personally, like the way I look at it is, like, let's be honest, nobody really knows who I am right now. So nobody cares if I put out a mixtape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, if I'm gonna do this, I want to think about my music from the perspective of the listener as much as possible.
Yes.
And so with that being said, if a person who I never heard before puts out a whole project, the likelihood of me sitting down and listening to that entire project is very slim, unless I really fuck with the work.
Yeah.
It's also further diminished by the fact that it's even less likelier that they will find it. Like unless I put a bunch of money behind me pushing that.
Sure.
It's a lot easier for me to put out one record and put some money behind that and see that push for about 2-3 months.
Elevate for sure.
Yeah, and then on to the next record. So I think I'm gonna put out like 12 songs, maybe 15 songs this year.
Yeah.
I think 12 of them are gonna be singles. I think 3 of them are gonna be in a small EP. Probably closer to the end of the year.
Okay.
I like spacing my stuff out. It gives me time to really to work on the behind the scenes stuff before the release.
For the people who don't know you, have you have any videos out?
Me currently, other than my stuff with High Spades and my very, very early work for Fakest Year Ever, no.
Would you say that your early work is still a good representation of you?
Yes. It's funny. I look
back at it. What I'm saying is because you should tell people.
Yeah,
well, you know what? Like, at least where to go look for.
Okay, 100%. So if you go on YouTube right now, just type in Dexrayr, Fakest Year Ever, type in Dexrayr feature, or type in J Ruckus featuring Dexrayr TLP, because that's my homeboy. He's a dope rapper from Saga. And I really love his work. I love his visuals.
Yeah.
It's really, those really only are it. And then check out High Spades. Check out the Spades, some movements, the clique, it's the gang, it's the regime. But it's really, that's not to say that I won't have videos coming out this year.
Of course.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure you'll back the singles with something.
We have a bunch of ideas with regards to videos, song rollouts, and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun this year.
That's the only way to take it. The sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, I don't really think of.
You can't overthink it.
No, by no means. A
lot of people do. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I post it? Should I not post it?
A lot of people let their nerves get ahead of them.
Yeah.
A lot of people it's
because of judgment.
Yeah,
right?
and it's completely understandable. And it's.
But what do we say to judgment? Just say it.
Exactly.
Just
don't let nobody judge you.
No.
You know, unless it's your mom. Your mom might judge you. Like my mom judges me.
Hi,
Mom. No, but like I really like telling. Like I had a conversation with my homeboy.
Yeah.
I don't know how much detail I want to go into with this. So I'm gonna just leave his name out. But it was the other day we were talking, and he's like, "Yo, I got a record I want to put out like this day, and I just want to let you like I want your opinion on like how fast I should put it out." And I'm like, "Okay, slow down. What is forcing you to put this out so early?" He's like, "Well, nah, I just want it out, because it's dope. I want the people to hear it." I'm like, "I understand that. That's dope. Do you have to?" He's like, "Well, no." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So why rush this?" He's like, how, when did you really want to put this out? He's like, "About a week." I'm like, "That doesn't give you enough time for the streaming services. That don't give, do you have a video done? No.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have artwork done? No. Bro, like, so I think a lot of the times we let our nerves and we let our anticipation for something we love, so because we're artists, we want to share.
Well, artists are artists. They're in the now.
Yeah, we want to share.
They are not thinking about the goal plan behind it.
100%.
Saying like, okay, I'm going to do 3 weeks with this, 2 weeks with that. Nobody's thinking that. They're just thinking, banger, it's hot. Let me drop my shit.
I thank God
right
that I
now.
went to school for marketing.
Yeah.
Because if I went to school for artistry, it would probably amplify my. Because I'm really like I overreact a lot. I'm a really like hype person. This is me mellow because it's like I don't know what time it is, but this is me mellow.
Yeah.
I'm usually like, yo, we need to drop this now. This is fire. But like I've calmed down since my earlier years, so I understand the importance of planning.
Yeah.
And planning is so important, especially in a day and age where content is king and privacy is a commodity. I think planning is one of the most important things you could do for yourself, period. And
on a daily basis.
And I learned from this.
No, because some people are like short-term goals, long-term goals. No, like fuck it. You need to plan on a daily basis.
And I thank my mother because she would always tell me this, but she told me this indirectly. She's like,
Yeah.
because I don't clean my room. Like, I try to, but I'm really, the reason, but I try to just because, like, when you're busy, you just boom out the door.
Yeah.
I wake up late and I'm gone. My mom's like, yo, the reason why you do that is because you don't plan your day out.
Yeah.
You're disorganized with your time. And that's facts. Like you become disorganized and you start having things in disarray when you stop planning. When you have a planned out day and you're organized with your time, you can control your entire day and you know exactly what's going to happen. Now, there's variables, obviously. There's variables.
Yes.
But you can't prepare for those, obviously. But you can mitigate them as much as possible. And you do that from planning your shit out.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes to when it comes to anything in life, right? So it's like, especially for music, especially when you're in a space where we're oversaturated.
Yeah.
There's more artists than ever.
Yeah.
There's more everything than ever when it comes to being in a creative space.
Yes.
You need to be able to plan out your stuff accordingly, because if you don't, you're going to get lost in the wave. You're going to get lost. And it's such a tragedy because there's a lot of dope talent in the city.
There is, but that's why Let's Talk focuses on that shit. Focuses on the artists that nobody is really looking at just because they don't have those numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the talent's there. Everybody's elevating and everybody wants on. You know what I mean? But again, we already know the shit that comes along with the industry.
100%.
So therefore, like, if Let's Talk, if Let's Entertainment can help assist and support these artists by giving them at least an introduction like this to gain new contacts, to meet people, and to gain, like, what you're doing, like the ability to have interviews, do shows, things like that.
And I appreciate this. I really do. And I believe the artists that will be here after me are going to really appreciate this opportunity too. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's pretty much where I'm at right now currently. It's been an interesting ride, so to speak. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I'm definitely following you, and I'm going to continue to follow up and make sure that you're sticking to your fucking plan.
We gotta stick to our plan.
Or else I'm calling your mom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know what's funny too? She hit me up the other day and she's like, yo, I don't really share my music with my family like that. My dad knows all my stuff because he bugs me all the time. Yeah. But my mom doesn't. So she see me and she's like, hey, like, I see that you're putting out some music now. I'm like, yeah. What did you hear? She's like, no, my friend showed me it. I'm like, your friend? Like, what do you like? Oh wow, I'm there now. Yeah. Your friends are hearing my stuff. That's dope. So
that is dope.
I'm gonna it's pretty nice. Before we wrap anything up, I got a record coming out, I believe, the end of February. It's called Fuck Apologies. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun with that too. This is the last super emotional song I'm gonna do for a while. So after this, we're gonna have some. You don't know. You know what? We've recorded enough super emotional records where I have the opportunity and the ability to say no. We're gonna be fun today. Yeah. So I'm gonna be fun. I promise for at least 2 more months after this. So. Fuck Apologies is coming out. Don't have a date for you. Probably end of February. We'll see how fast Tiger gets to mix that record because he's been sitting on it for a while.
Tell everybody your Instagram.
So my Instagram is Dexrayr. That's DEXRAYR. Dexrayr, like, X-ray, but with a D in front of it. Check me on Instagram, Twitter, Dexrayr Robinson. It's there as well too. I got a TikTok. I don't use it. Follow me because that might make me want to use it. My Snapchat don't work because I deleted that shit. It's annoying. My Facebook's there. You can find that. The page is there. What else do I got to plug? I got SoundCloud, Dexrayr Robinson. You should check that out as well too. Follow the Spotify, please. At Dexrayr Robinson. Find my music there on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, Shazam. Right. I don't know where else you can find that shit. Wherever you stream music, download it illegally, legally, whatever. Go check that music out. It's there.
Do you hear this?
I love you.
Download.
I love you forever,
follow
guys. Please.
This man.
Please.
New artist, Toronto. We coming for you. Peace.
Blah.